What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to give you an overview of what is happening to Lucid, go over some of the data points, talk on what's recently been coming out from the company itself, and why there might be some more licensing agreements coming down the pipeline fairly soon. Before I get into any of that though, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So currently Lucid is up 3.5%. There was a dip first thing, and that created a new 52-week and all-time low of $4.14. Give yourself a shout out if you were able to buy during that dip right here. When it comes down to volume though, overall 12.47 million shares being traded, 31 is the average, so a little bit low for volume today. There was no SEC filings so far today. There was one piece of news, and that is associated to their referral program. So I think this referral program is fairly good. It's outside the box thinking, and I think that's what Lucid does need right now. It talks on how essentially if you are referred, you do get a discount on certain types of vehicles. So for instance, if you do buy an Air Pure, you get $750 off, Air Touring $1,000, $1,250 off of the Air Grand Touring, and then if you do purchase a Air Sapphire, you get a Sapphire branded duffel bag. So in my opinion, I think I would rather have cash off. Reading this out of anything, I don't know why I'm drawn to this damn duffel bag. I want to know what this looks like. If anyone knows what the duffel bag looks like, let me know where to find that. That is kind of interesting and it's very alluring. So why would they offer a duffel bag versus cash? So who knows, maybe this is gold covered duffel bag. I'm not really sure, but still, regardless, if you are the individual referring, you do get points, and these points can be used towards purchases towards the owner's portal. So pretty good stuff when it comes down to that, but no matter what, I'm very much allured by this damn duffel bag. So yeah, I think at this stage in the game, this is a fairly good move in the right direction outside the box. Of course, this is kind of like a double-edged sword. They wouldn't necessarily need to do this if there was sufficient amount of demand. So yes, it's kind of a positive, negative. Coming from an investor standpoint, I'm happy with this. So when it comes down to hiring, so even though there's a lot of companies not really as transparent as what a lot of investors would really like, one thing that you can always do is look at what they are hiring for, just to give you a good signal of what might be coming down the pipeline. And as of late, there has been a ton of hiring out of Saudi Arabia. So potentially that might be some expansion coming fairly soon. And I think that's what Lucid investors do want. They want more expansion in this region. And if they expand fast enough and can actually get some pretty substantial market share before a lot of other competitors move into that area, that could stand to really benefit Lucid. And other than this one studio, it looks like they're having a pop-up between October the 22nd and December the 7th, and that is going to be at the Red Sea Mall. So once again, hopefully there's going to be more expansion in the foreseeable future for this area. But no matter what though, so Sultan did post this, and it kind of shows the whole intricate viewpoint from the PIF, what they're investing in, and many different obviously things like that. So 𝗖𝗢 and Lucid and Aston Martin, there's been a lot of different moving parts as of late, especially recently at the AMP2 facility at the opening ceremony. They did refer to 𝗖𝗢 on how Lucid is going to be looking forward to working alongside 𝗖𝗢. So clearly there's going to be a lot of other connections in the foreseeable future, but once again, this is why we invest in Lucid, because of the damn PIF. They are going to guarantee, for the most part, Lucid's success, and especially with this recent announcement right here. So the PIF and Hyundai have announced the signing of a joint venture agreement to establish a highly automated vehicle manufacturing plant in Saudi Arabia. The PIF is going to hold a 70% stake, and then Hyundai the remaining 30%. So once again, this whole map right here is going to look completely different, probably even in just 6 months from now. But once again, that's a very good opportunity for Lucid to license their technology out, potentially to Hyundai, or even, you never know, see through obviously Aston Martin. It could go down to Polestar, because that's one thing that I've already said about Polestar in the past, is that they're very good at their infrastructure, which unfortunately right now Lucid kind of lacks in, but Polestar, their technology is subpar. So once again, Lucid could stand to really benefit from a lot of licensing agreements coming down the pipeline, whether it be with 𝗖𝗢, continuation with Aston Martin, or just high and day. There's a lot of different opportunities coming down the pipeline. So even though the stock price hasn't really correlated to where we see and where we believe Lucid should be, this map does show bigger picture, Lucid's going to do a lot of good things. But keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. You guys always do your own due diligence. So just to go over some data points so far, the market's been open about 2.5 hours or whatever else. So $426,000 in calls being purchased versus 686 in puts. So despite it going up, people are a little bit more doubtful. Looking on the calls with open interest, people are anticipating for it to be between the $5 to $6 range by the end of next week. For puts though, the consensus is feeling that it's going to be sub $4. So kind of extreme if you ask me. The data points don't really match that. And so far with it at $4.44, it is between this S3 and this S2. And as I said in my video yesterday, it's just been hit very, very hard. It should not be within that range between the S3 and the S2. That's usually right now a lot of just garbage stocks and stocks that have a extremely bad balance sheet. So I don't feel it's justified for Lucid to be there. It should be a little bit higher, but $4.19 is a very strong support that you want to watch for. And most likely that's kind of what caused that bounce today. $4.76 is going to be the next strong resistance that you want to kind of watch for. These are some of the transactions that did occur on the secondary market over $100,000 today. So only 3, but that kind of matches with the overall lower volume today. And as far as shorts, I'll give you a quick overview of that. Short score is 87, utilization is 96.17, and shorts currently are increasing 526,000 shares, 26.07% of the free float being shorted, 229.22 million shares overall are being shorted. And as well, cost to borrow average is kind of similar to Friday, so 13.39%. Through the interactive broker, short availability does indicate around 500,000 shares are available to be shorted. So the way I interpret this information, for them to increase on a green day, it shows that they don't feel is justified. So a lot of the data points behind the scenes aren't necessarily the best. So the technicals kind of bounce off of a very strong support. So that's kind of neutral, kind of good. The options activity and the short information aren't necessarily the best. So even though what I did bring up as far as this and how Lucid is going to really benefit going forward in the future, the stock price and a lot of the data points aren't really the most optimistic. But once again, you guys do your own due diligence no matter what. Couple of things I just wanted to share with you when it comes to their upcoming earnings set for November the 7th. I've been really monitoring what a lot of analysts have been doing. No recent analyst ratings other than Bank of America. I think that was around 3 or 4 days ago. But earnings per share does look like an analyst recently upped their estimate. So it went from -36 to -35 cents. So that's kind of good. And when it comes to revenue, similarly, it looks like an analyst recently got in. So it went from 7 analysts to 8 analysts, and it did go from 207.86 million to 192.72 million. So that one analyst that did get in was extremely bearish. So I don't know if that one is associated to maybe Bank of America, because Bank of America recently did, or John Murphy, who does have a 53% success rating, gave a $8 price target. Or it could have been CFRA, so Garrett, who does have a 54% success rating. So who knows? Let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments below. If you're looking for a lot of good compiled information, such as analyst ratings, forecasts, short information, take a look at interactive brokers, link in the description below and also the comments for all of this to be completely free. So let me know your thoughts on Lucid. Like I said, give yourself a shout out if you did buy the dip or if you bought in general today. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And other than interactive brokers, there is another good promo that is kicking off with Moomoo. Just sign up for an account with Moomoo, throw $100 at it, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So take advantage of that. Even does have Lucid itself in the promo. So Lucid, SoFi, and just free stocks. So link in the description below and also the comments. So take advantage of both of these promos. With all that said, I appreciate all of you watching, and let's all make a shit ton of money on Lucid.